Today we're going to look at fractions as a whole number. And with these, you've got to be very careful just to make sure you're looking at your numbers that are in the numerator and the denominator, because that's what's really going to help you in determining where you should put certain numbers. So if you take a look at this piece right here, see how everything is connected? This is the whole piece. Everything here is together. Notice these, they're separate from each other. That's because this is a whole piece, this is a whole piece, this is a whole piece, and this is a whole piece. They don't have to be together. Kind of like a puzzle. You need all of these pieces, all these little triangles or the square pieces, in order to make this big square. But over here, if one of these happen to be missing, it doesn't affect this piece. We still have this whole, and so on. So that's kind of what we're going to be looking at, is to look at the difference between having whole pieces that are together and then whole pieces that are separated from each other. So if you look at this piece again, let's figure out what our denominator is. So I'm going to start right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This whole piece requires 8 pieces to have it all together. And all of these pieces have been shaded, so I have 8 pieces out of 8. Remember, if I have the same number on top of each other, that means that I have one whole. So we have the whole picture. Now over here, remember that these are all separate. So I want to look at my denominator first. And on this piece, my denominator is not going to be 4. My denominator is actually 1. Because again, remember that I don't need all of these pieces. I can have just one of these. They're not together, they're not connected. So there's just one piece. And out of the same one piece, I have 4 of them. I have 4 of the same pieces. So I would write this as 4 over 1. And I know this, you're looking at it going, Mrs. Jones, you said you can't have a big number over the little number. That's right. But in this case, we're saying that we actually have 4 whole pieces. There are 4 whole pieces together here. Whereas this, there's only 1. Let's take a look over on our next page. We'll look at just a few of these together. Right here, I have all of the pieces connected. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4. If I have 4 pieces, I need 4 pieces to make up the whole. And I do have all 4 of them shaded. So this is 4 over 4, which again, remember, equals 1 whole piece. I've got the whole pizza or cookie, chocolate chip. Now over here, these are not connected, right? They're not touching each other, they're separate. So I know then that there's just one of the same shape, same piece, but I have 2 holes. So I have 2 whole triangles. Okay? That's what you're going to be doing with the rest of these pieces. Remembering, if they're all connected together, then that's one whole piece, really. If they're separated, then you're counting how many separate pieces we have that make up a whole, or that are considered a whole. Now down here, this part's always fun. Here it says to write each whole number as a fraction. So we know that we have 4 whole pieces. That means I'm going to be writing 4 over 1. I'm going to write 2 over 1. That's it. That is all I'm doing there. Now the rest of it should be fairly simple for you. You're just filling in the missing pieces. And then onto the back side, where you're just answering some problem-solving questions. Alright guys, I hope you have fun with your fractions here today, and I will see you later.